Many Japanese recipes call for a special ingredient called shiro miso or white miso, and if you're making instant miso soup or ramen, you'll definitely come across this ingredient in the recipe. But not everyone has white miso in the pantries, so what can you do if you don't have white miso paste? Maybe you found the red or brown variety at the grocery shop. You're probably wondering, can I use that instead? You can substitute white miso with red or brown miso because they're similar in texture and flavor, and they're both fermented miso paste. But the darker miso is much stronger and saltier, so use about half of the darker paste where your recipe calls for white. You can also add a teaspoon of mirin or sugar to sweeten the darker paste and make it milder. That way you get the same flavor as if you use white miso. Red or brown miso has a strong taste and it's often too different and salty to use the same amount, so you have to sweeten it if you don't want to alter the food's flavor too much. White miso is most often used in light soups, salad dressings and as a glaze for vegetables. It has a slightly chunky texture, but you can use it for all types of recipes. Substituting white for darker miso will obviously change the appearance of those dishes as well, but there's no reason to try the red or brown variety too. So white miso is shiro miso, but in Japanese red miso is called aka miso and it has a dark red or brownish color. When they make red miso, they let the soybeans and barley ferment for a longer period of up to 3 years. So this type of miso takes on a more pungent and stronger flavor. Red miso is used in various hearty dishes such as soups, stews, glazes and marinades. But since it has a strong taste, it can overwhelm mild dishes. And what kind of miso paste should I buy for the most versatility? When you have white miso on hand, you can use it for all dishes, but you might have to increase the quantity if you want the most umami and salty flavors. If you want to have the most versatile miso that you can use for almost all dishes, try awase miso, which is a mix of red and white. It's a great miso because it combines the best of both, so you still have that rich flavor of the red miso and a hint of sweetness from the white. Awase miso is excellent for miso soup and as a glaze for ribs and fish. The next time you're in search of flavorful miso but don't have white, you don't have to worry. If you've got red or brown miso, you can definitely use them as substitutes. And if you don't have miso at all, don't worry, click on this video to check out all of the best miso paste substitutes.